All right, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. If you missed the first start of it, Ron, we were dancing a little bit, Ron. So we're getting this thing started this morning. Don't be scared to be a little crazy. It's okay. Conformity is no fun. That's at least what I told my principal as I was growing up. But anyway, all right. The word today is honest. Honest. Heel Blue apparently wanted me to study this word, okay? Heel sent us this word. I actually love it, Heel. And we have a birthday person this morning. So, Darlene Nichols, it is your birthday. Andrea, did I mess up?
Oh no, I was saying Darla.
Darla, I'm sorry, not Darlene, Darla, I apologize.
She's not here yet, so you're safe.
Okay, I'm safe. I'm safe. Well, it is her birthday. If you know Darla, send her a happy birthday. So, our definition today, honest. Honest, it really, the definition says it means being truthful, sincere, free from deceit. It's about saying what's real, doing what's right, and owning up to your own actions, even when it's hard. Now, the first thing I thought about when I saw this definition is I want to tell you where I'm at. Like you had to look at yourself, but I can quickly be a human of judgment where I'm like, oh, I got everything together over here and I'm feeling all honest with myself, but I don't look over here. And sometimes we're easy to look at other people and go, man, they should do this. They should be more honest here. They should. And it's like all these fingers are pointing back at me, going, oh, don't judge, buddy. Don't judge. Just be honest and true to yourself because this life's tough. Like you get your spiritual walk going good and this over here is out of whack and you get this over here, your business going good and this is out of whack. So this life is a tough thing, but that's okay because we're up for the challenge, but we got to be honest. We got to be honest. So what does it truly mean? Being honest isn't just telling the truth, okay? Now, I want to tell you one time, and I'm not going to go into this much, but one of the times I was dishonest in my life, I told a story to my dad. I stole a piece of gum from the store. It was one of those little Gatorade gums back in the day. I don't know. It's probably in the 80s, early 80s. I stole that from a sporting goods store. And he asked me when I got in the car, you got anything in your pocket, son? I said, oh, what are you talking about? No. And then he made me own up to it. Ooh, I had to go back into the store owner. I had to tell the store owner, Arlene, that I had taken that Gatorade gum. It's like one piece, one piece. Man, was that a rough day on me. But a good learning lesson at 49 years old. I still remember that day very well. And so does my rear end. So, why is it important? Honesty is the foundation of every strong relationship, whether it's business, whether it's friendship, whether it's family. And I want to tell you, I am so unperfect when it comes to this. But I think it's a strive. Like when people know you're honest, they trust you. And when you're honest with yourself, that's when growth begins. You know what, Jimmy? Like when I'm like, you know what? I'm struggling over here. I don't have my ducks in a row. I'm not making calls. I'm not connecting people. I'm not, if you're honest with yourself, then you set a plan and you go work that plan. But if you're living in this fairy tale world of I've got all these excuses, blah, 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 and you're not honest with yourself, then you're just spiraling. I'm spiraling in this bowl, whether it's relationships, personal finances, spirituality, business, we got to be honest to the world, but the most important person to start with is you, is me. Okay. And if we can get that lined uphill blue, like I believe that the rest of the world will look at us and go, man, that's a person I can trust. They're not, they're doing the right thing even when nobody's watching. And sometimes that's tough. That's tough. But it's a goal, and we got to stretch ourselves to work on it every single day. So, Andrea, that was my thought today. It stepped on, I've got a couple of bruised toes today after this word, but it was good, Hill. So thank you for the word.
Well, and I'm glad that your dad taught you such a good lesson. I love that you said your rear end still remembers. That made me laugh way too hard. And you know what? That saved you from, falling into the trap of maybe stealing cars when you were a
You're
teenager.
right. You're
So
right. I never tried to break into a Brinks truck or anything like that after that moment. So it really left a lasting impression on me. That one.
Gatorade saved your whole life.
It
That
did.
Gatorade gum. So good job, good job, good job. So the quote that I found was honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. And that's Thomas Jefferson. And so what I looked into is, okay, well, how can we be more honest? Because I recently read something that it said that when we are honest, we make people feel safe. People, we all can feel a lie. Even when we don't know what's off, we can feel it in our whole genetics and in our whole being. And so when somebody lies to us, it puts our whole system on hyper alert, and we don't know why, we don't know what's going on, but we just feel unsafe. And we can do that same thing to others. So that's going to be the first thing that we've got to look at, is to check ourselves, right? Am I being honest? Coach talked about this. Like, I might be a straight arrow. What's so funny? I got to know what the giggle is.
Okay, I'm sorry. Arlene Hutchinson texted me and she said, now I know why your bottom is so flat. You made my day, Arlene.
Wow.
Arlene's my person. I like her sense of humor. Okay. And so, yes, I will now look into implants. Okay. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Sorry, I totally got
Wow.
distracted there. It's Arlene's fault. Call her.
Arlene, you are going to detention now. That was great. That was the highlight. Can we just end with that? So I love it. Okay. So we went into the things. We have to check ourselves. Okay, let me go back. I lost my train of thought completely there. So the first thing we've got to do is to check in with me. Am I being honest right now? Am I making the people around me feel safe? Because maybe I don't mean to, right? We all have good intentions, which is going to go to the next one. But maybe I'm being dishonest in areas that I don't even realize it, right? Because honesty sometimes is bigger than just telling the truth. It's being transparent as well. So, and with that, we can't judge. Because this is another thing that I read that said, when we do something wrong, right? Like, I don't know. Oh, I just thought of the worst thing. I run over a dog. But I hate these thoughts sometimes, but that happens. And I know my heart. I'm like, I would never harm a dog. And I was just in a really big hurry and all these things, right? Whatever might have happened. Thankfully, that's not true. I was lying right there. But if somebody else does that, I am going to look at them like they're a monster and it was intentional. And I never look at their intentions. And the same with when somebody's dishonest with us. If I'm dishonest, I've got the great excuses, right? I have all the reasons. I was just trying to be nice. I didn't want to hurt a feeling, whatever it may be. But if somebody else is dishonest with me, I never look at the reasons behind it. So we've got to make sure that we're coming from this and from a place of non-judgment. Next, if I want to be honest, I've got to be real, not perfect. People are going to respect the truth more than that polished lie. When I pretend that everything's wonderful, when really I put my pants on one leg at a time. Next, if I'm going to be honest, I've got to own my mistakes. I'll tell you, this is the worst one in the entire world. One, I don't ever want to make a mistake. I don't want to. It makes me want to hide under the table. But when I do, you know what's really hard is to go say, oh man, I screwed up. I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. But that is a way that we can truly be honest, is to admit it when we do something that we shouldn't have. Next is to not sugarcoat. So being kind doesn't mean being dishonest. So I'm still going to be, you know, we hear people that'll say brutally honest, or they're just going to, oh, I forget, how do you say that, coach, when somebody says, well, I'm just going to tell you, or whatever, right? And they're really mean. We can be honest without being mean. And we also don't need to sugarcoat it either. So there is a road in between. Sometimes it's very narrow and hard to find, but we can do that. And then lastly, the last way we can truly be honest is if we say we're going to do something, we've got to do it. And that's honesty in action. And I know that you guys know this about me. If you say, hey, can you come see me in Texas? And I'm like, okay, Arlene, I'll be there. We can go make jokes together. I want to do it. But then I go look at the calendar and I'm like, ooh, I don't know how I'm going to make this possible. I've got to look at the calendar first before I make the commitment, and make sure that I'm not saying yes because I want to and I'm a people pleaser and I want everybody to be happy, or I'm saying yes because I honestly can take on that commitment. So I thought this was a fun one. Arlene, you won. That was the highlight of the entire Coaches Corner for the last 4 years.
It was definitely an interesting Zoom today. Now I'm getting text that says we can nickname you Bubble Butt. All this good stuff. I don't know how that honesty and that all came together. But anyway,
you were talking about your spanking, so it brought your hiney into light. We
you
do
never
not have our
know,
birthday
you never
girl
know
on.
where this Zoom is going to go. So, guys, have a great Wednesday. We love each and every one of you, and let's go make somebody have a better day because you showed up in it. Love
And
you.
if you're looking for the IPA, we'll go put it in Telegram in just one moment. So love you guys. Have a beautiful day.
Happy Wednesday. See you.
Oh yeah, happy Hump Day. Love you
Happy
guys. Have a great
Wednesday.
day.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
You're doing a
Happy
great job,
Wednesday. Love
Arlene.
you.
Love you guys. Have a
Love you guys.
blessed
Grateful for
Thank
you.
you.
Merci
Love you
for
guys.
that
Great
honesty
job
today.
today.
Have a beautiful day, guys.
Have a great
Bye-bye.
day,
Good
Amy.
seeing you,
Have a
Coach.
great day.
Good seeing
Bye-bye.
you.
Have a
Enjoy
great
our
day. Thank
community.
you.
See
Love
you, Eric.
y'all.
Love you too.